So this is 10 Questions with Rakeen Nunez-Roches. You were actually the first player born in Belize to be drafted into the NFL. So first question, how does it feel in a way to represent an entire country?
I mean, it's an honor. You know, I give my country hope. So I take that. It's a big thing to wear these sleeves.
So now you were drafted last year, 2 years in the league. What's been your favorite NFL moment so far?
Honestly, being drafted. Being that somebody seen I had something to offer and given the opportunity, I made the most of it.
Can you describe that moment for me?
I was really walking my dog because my mom was so overwhelmed and she just kept checking my phone. Is it working? Is it working? And I was just walking my dog. I was like, you know, it's going to happen when it needs to happen. And then when I got that call, it was 3 calls before the Chiefs. And I didn't know what was going on. So by the time the Chiefs called, they were like, we took you off the board. I didn't know what that meant. So I was like, what does that mean? Like, you just been drafted to Kansas City. I couldn't do nothing but really just sit there in shock, and a tear came from my eye.
Awesome. Now, you're bilingual, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
So what is the other language that you speak?
We speak Garifuna, Creole.
Okay, can you give me a sentence example?
For how y'all say hi, how you doing, we say Ida Biangi.
Ida Biangi?
Yes, sir.
Nacho, hell of a thing, man. You got
Kind of well known now that your nickname around the locker room is Nacho. Can you tell me why?
To be honest with you, it was something that Poe gave me. I was honestly coming out of camp and I had a bag of nachos. I'm always eating chips. He was like, Nacho, hey, grab me this. And I'm talking about it just snatched onto me. From then to this second, everybody called me Nacho, coaches and all.
Now, you're a big fan of baseball. Why is it your favorite second sport?
It's not a lot of conditioning, you know? But I mean, you're sitting there and you're on first base, a lot of things going through your mind, but you have to be ready at any moment. I loved it, but it's one of them things, you're an individual in that sport, you know, everything from pitching to batting, it's what can you bring to us.
Now, when you were drafted, you had a conference call with the Kansas City media, and they asked you, how are you at baseball? You said, you're phenomenal.
Yeah, I feel like I am.
Do you think you could go over to Kaufman and hit a few home runs?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I want to watch Tyreek! What? Tyreek!
Punt is away. The crowd chanting Tyreek, Tyreek as Hill takes it. The #1 punt returner in the league. At the 25, puts his foot in the ground. 35, 40.
Andy Reid has called you in the past an energy giver in that locker room. What would make him say that?
I mean, the way I approach work, I come to work, you know, lively, with energy. You see how I am now. This is how I am all the time, no matter what it is.
Let's go, baby! Where you at, me? Let's go, me!
Now, football is a long season, but there is an off season. What's your favorite thing to do in the off season to kind of pass the time until football season?
My biggest thing is family. So anytime I can see them, no matter if it's for a weekend or a couple of days, I really like to spend time with my family. And other than that, I just like to fish. Fishing is just, it's hard, but it's one of them things, like once you catch it, it's like, yeah, that's an accomplishment. So it's one of them things, it's a gift and a reward, so I like it.
Now, D'Anthony Thomas, I know, likes fishing. Have you guys ever fished together?
He's actually the one that brought me back to fishing. I haven't fished in like 7 years, and he told me one day, he was like, come to my truck. He had a live catfish about this big, just flapping in the trunk of his car. I was like, what are you doing? And from that day on, the next day we went to the lake, and I've been there ever since.
Number 8, I want to go back to your childhood a little bit. Do you remember your first job growing up?
My first job was at Hollywood Connection. I was an arcade manager, and then I was security, and I worked in the skate ring.
Were you like the scariest arcade manager in history?
That's why I ended up working security and everything else. They were like, you know what, just call him downstairs, and we'll get these kids under control.
I have to ask you for number 9, the famous question in Kansas City. Have you been able to try the barbecue a little bit?
Yes.
What is your favorite place to go to and why?
That's a tough one. That is a very tough one. If it comes to ribs and other meats, I think Casey Joe's has it. But for the burnt-in burgers, I had to go to Q39.
All right, final question. Usually on 10 Questions With, we'll ask the person we're talking to pick a new nickname for themselves. But you already have a nickname. You're Nacho. So for you, we're asking you, what makes the perfect dish of nachos?
If it was me, nachos, you can't forget the salsa. You can't forget the salsa and a little queso on the side.
That's it? Just sauce and queso? What goes in the sauce?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe a little catfish.
A little catfish? Yeah, that's a weird combination.
All right, well, thank you for joining us on 10
Yes, sir.
Questions With.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.